I want to go over a trade I took this week. This is for Nvidia. I did trade Nvidia twice this week. There was just very good price action. So how I like to trade is I usually just like to go on the bigger time frame. This is the 1 hour chart, and if I understand that the overall trend is either bullish or bearish, and I can see that price is having very good strength upward, then this is where I would do a deeper dive into the stock. Let's first start with the top-down analysis so that you can really understand exactly why I entered the trade, what was my entire reasoning, and then how did I manage it all the way from the start to the end. Now, from the 1 hour chart, we could see that price has been in a very strong bullish trend. We are bullish, so my analysis is typically, if I look at any kind of close key levels, how does price bounce off levels, or do we have any kind of nice breakout trades? From the first time frame that I look at is going to be the weekly chart. Now from here, this is everything I charted ahead of time, so you'll see exactly how I charted before the market opened. Right here, we have a support resistance area, which I'm gonna mark right there. This is just from the weekly wicks of the candles, so this is the closest zone I have, and I typically like to have that in lighter blue. Everything else here, there isn't any other closer levels. At the time, price had already broken here, so I'll show you exactly on a small time frame how it broke. But the only other closer key level on the support resistance is gonna be down here. That's really all I draw. And then from there, I go to the daily chart. On that day was Wednesday, so let me just hide everything so that we have it only showing what I would have seen at the time. Now, as price is breaking above resistance, I typically look for any kind of retest or whether price will continue higher. We wanna be open for both of them, so I could either go bullish and take calls, or I'd also be open to taking puts if price is going down to touch resistance. Then from here, after I understand how the strength has been, we see a lot of stronger bullish candles. I went to the 1 hour time frame just to understand exactly how the key levels are bouncing. Over here, from more recent times, is where I like to focus on. We could see that price had a very strong push above two key strong resistance areas. So at the time when I was looking at the pre-market movement, price had already broken above resistance from the previous day, and then during pre-market it retested here. This is what I saw, that price is very bullish, and basically it was breaking levels, and so I wanted to see what kind of key levels were apparent and whether I could take a bounce during the day. Then going to the smaller time frame, the 5-minute time frame, all I really did was I marked the previous day levels as well as pre-market levels. Over here you have the Tuesday movement, so all I'm doing is I'm marking the previous day low, which is right there. You have previous day high right there, and everything's just color coded. Then you have pre-market high right there and the pre-market low, which is right there. So that's really everything I draw. It's a very simple process. And then from here, all I'm really doing is when I'm evaluating price, it's gonna be on the 2-minute chart. And sometimes I go back and forth between 2-minute and 5-minute just to see how price reacts and whether there is any kind of confirmation of strength. So right here, understanding that the overall time frame was bullish, all I was really watching for is whether price would either break above here and I would do a continuation entry because price had already broken resistance, or if price wanted to come back down here to retest it overall, I would also be looking for an entry from here. So overall, I would only take calls. That is how I like to do my trades. If I'm looking at the overall picture, how does price move from the 1 hour, and then from there on the smaller time frame, which direction am I going to be trading in and where exactly would I enter? We're just gonna go through how the candlesticks opened and kind of what my thought process was. So the market opened and we have a bearish candle. Nothing I see, I'm not really entering right away. Even if I have a bias overall, I'm not gonna just jump into a trade at open. I need to wait for confirmation or some kind of strength that shows me where the direction is headed. Now, if you keep revealing, I'm not entering anything, my rule is to trade with the trend, and I'm only taking calls this day. We could see that price is very bearish. So if you're someone who just jumps in at open and you want to do calls because you do think price is going to go up, you didn't wait for confirmation, and price would have stopped you out. Then all I did was just wait, see how price moves. It looks very bearish at this point, so there's not even any trades I would enter. I'm also looking at SPY and QQQ to look at how the strength is moving, whether the direction on Nvidia is in the same direction as the overall stock market. Price is already reaching this low right here, so this is a very strong support level. Because it's such a strong area, and in the bigger scheme of things, if price is respecting levels, which it should because the price action lately has been very clean, I do not expect price to break below. If it does, then Nvidia would be disrespecting the levels. Right here, I'm looking to see whether price is going to reject. Anytime price is very directly pushing down and is pretty far away from the 9 EMA, we know that price is likely going to pull back or curl higher. This is because for any kind of strong selling like this, you don't see any green candles. You just see direct selling down. When it's very strong down, it doesn't always mean that price is going to continue in that direction. If all the selling is done, then once selling is over, the bulls will start stepping in, especially at this key level. So here, price pushed, it touched this area right here. So as this candle is moving on this 2-minute chart, I was just seeing how it would close. I'm not entering right away just because of a touch, but I was waiting to see how this candlestick closed. It is a very tiny body and very long wicks. So what this tells you is that there was a lot of fighting going on between bulls and bears in this area. And basically now it's starting to see that price could really push higher from here. As price was moving, I made the decision to see how the next candle opened. And if there was really strong strength, I was going to enter right on the second candle. So we see from the next candle, boom, price ended up pushing very strong higher. It opened right there. It didn't even push any lower. You could see that the base of the candle has no wick, which means that it is very strong. If there's no wick below, it just shows a lot of bullish pressure. As price broke above this high of this doji, then I entered my position. So I did calls right here, and I believe I had about like 20 contracts, maybe like, I think I leveraged around 7,500. And then from there, my stop loss was at low of day. The reason my stop loss is right there is because that is the maximum point that price went to. So if we had a break below this low of day, that would show that price is not really reversing, and then it may just be continuing to go down. So this was a very tight stop loss. I like to keep my stop losses very tight to ensure that I have a lot of room to run. So the risk to reward ratio is very high. Then all I like to do when I enter a trade is I hold all my contracts till the very end of the trade. I really exit my trade based on my stop loss. I don't have a set target because I can't always predict how far price can go. Price could reach up here, it could go here, it could even go really high for the rest of the day. I don't like to take my chances, so all I do is trail my stop, and then if price shows me there's weakness or the trend is changing, then I exit. Price is pushing. Just because there's a red candle doesn't mean I'm gonna exit. My stop loss is all the way here. So I'm still just gonna watch for whether price wants to break this pre-market low. If we have a break above and we have a close and then we have a follow through, that would show strength to the upside. And then we just reveal each candlestick. So here, price is just going sideways. It just looked like consolidation to me. So I'm still in my trade. Everything at this point, the stop loss has not moved. So even if it gets choppy or messy or weak, I'm still holding the same stop loss. For any kind of red candlestick, there's no reason to be scared. You're right at the stop loss at low of day, so there's so much potential for price to push higher. As I reveal the candlesticks, it's still going sideways. Nothing really telling me like anything's going to push down, but I was also watching for this level right here. This is the consolidation low right there. So I was just watching out for that level to see whether price was going to break. That is also going to tell you whether price is strong in the upward direction. Because if price is consolidating, it should not break back below consolidation. It should break above. So then revealing each candlestick comes very close to this consolidation low, but then you could see price ended up pushing and now closing above this 9 EMA. So as this was pushing higher, my stop loss was moved right to this level. This was right below the consolidation high as well as pre-market low, and then that was a good reason because the 9 EMA was right there. So if price broke back inside, I would exit my position because price is not showing strength to the upside. Then revealing each candlestick, now we see price going sideways. So you can see that price already wicked at my stop loss. This is why I execute my orders on market order. That way I have control over whether I really want to exit or whether I just want to see how price moves. Then we have a push higher. We have a lot of strength, which is very good. Price now closes and pushes above the 9. So now my stop loss is moved to the 9 because I like to keep my trailing stop right there. The 9 EMA is going to tell you whether price is strong, whether be it below it. You can see here it's below the 9, or if it's above the 9. It just gives you a really good guide on how strong the direction is. So as price moves higher, 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 nothing really to worry about. Everything is above the 9 EMA right there. And then you can see right here, price pushed below the 9, very close to it. So at that point, my stop loss is moved right there to that red candle. If price continues pushing below the red candle, then I will exit. But this is when I really just trail my stop to see whether there is a real change in the trend. If it just closes slightly below the 9 and we don't have strength or a follow through, I'm still gonna stay in my trade. This is all dependent on the strength of the market. And as you evaluate it, this is also consolidation. So you don't want to exit just yet because this is just an area where consolidation is happening, so it could break even higher. Do not exit too early because if you get stopped out, there could definitely be a big move that you would have missed. Then we have the next candle. It's now trading above the 9. So again, my stop loss is going to be at the 9, and you can see that price is breaking back above the previous day high. So that is a good indication. When price breaks above certain levels, it just shows a lot of strength. We want to see price break above key levels like this to show us that we are trading in the correct direction. Then we have a push higher, coming very close to the 9, but again, it looks like it's just consolidating again. So whenever you're in a trade, just watch out for consolidation because that is going to tell you exactly whether you can move your stop loss either to the low of consolidation or to the high of consolidation. Then we have, it breaks down lower at this point. And so at that point, I did see a lot of strength to go down. So at that moment right there, that was my exit. That strength was very strong as compared to something like that, where it just broke slightly below it. This was a very strong push below my stop loss. So that right there, it pushed below the 9, and you could see that very strong push away from it. So right there, I exited my full position, the 20 contracts sold, and then that's really the end of my trade. Then you can see from here, I'm just gonna reveal each candlestick after that, pushes down lower. So if I would have held it, that would have been a bigger stop loss, or I would have kind of broke even because my entry was right there. Time decay could have made it at break even. Then revealing every single candlestick, it looks like price is now very weak. So that's why it's very essential to see that when you're trading, trade with the strength. If you're in a trade too long and you're holding in hope that it continues higher, just because it's a strong support doesn't mean it's going to continue higher. It may go choppy. In this case, stop out at where the stop loss is so that you can maximize on the total profit of the trade. This entire trade was a very high probability setup just from looking at the 1 hour time frame. So right here, it's just a break and retest. I have been taking trades that are honestly very beginner friendly. It's everything you learned from the start, support, resistance, bounce, dojis, break and retest, look for an entry to go higher, see how the candlestick shows strength, and then enter your position. This is something you could definitely incorporate when you're trading support and resistance zones. So once you have these zones marked, understand the direction of the trend, and all you have to do is wait for that setup. If it breaks above a level, wait for price to come back to it and see whether there's strength in the area to push price higher. That is the best setup and the easiest strategy that I could recommend for anyone. Just do a support and resistance bounce.